Hello, Laura here again. Welcome to another one of my videos. I just decided to go for a walk this afternoon because it's a beautiful day outside and it's sunny. What a pilot would call severe clear. It's sunny, it's beautiful. Spring is close to coming. Spring is very close, so I just thought I'd get my butt out for a walk. I love walks. I love going for walks. I do a lot of walking. Some people call me crazy how much walking I do. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about today with the memorial season coming up for the Jehovah's Witnesses. I just thought I'd make a little video about memorials and my experiences too. So in total, I went to about 18 years worth. And the type in my area, like a lot in Canada and the States and a lot of other countries, we had them at kingdom halls, and there's some years we would rent like banquet halls, or one year we went to a school, used the auditorium. At least those parts were always nice. And then a lot of years, whenever we did use the Kingdom Hall, we had to basically have your memorial and get out. Because there's, in my area, and like lots of areas, there's never one congregation per Kingdom Hall. It's always like 5 or more congregations sharing one hall. So anyways, you know what? I never super liked memorials. It wasn't because of it had nothing to do with Jesus. They were repetitive. It's always the same scriptures. It's like the same talk every year. They just change it a little bit each year to fit there for that year. And I always found I did at first, when I was newly indoctrinated, I didn't see too much issue with how come we don't eat of the bread and take of the wine, but you're told, well, the 144,000, which it never made a whole lot of sense, but I just, accepted it as, okay, whatever. Oh, it was, let's see, for each congregation, it was always an exciting time because that's when everybody would auxiliary pioneer for the memorial, the invitation campaigns. I pioneered quite a few years, not every year, and like I've mentioned in previous videos, the campaigns were always an exciting time for me because I just loved the idea of a brief presentation, or if time was winding down, we could just leave it in their mailbox if we didn't get them home, count my literature, and I could there was a few times I was able to put over 100 invitations on my report. Yeah, don't focus on what's important. It's all about counting time and how many videos and literature you were able to place and share. Now I know. And over the years, most people would, no wait. When I first became a witness, a lot of people at the doors would just take it. But I'd say within my last 5 years, a little bit more, we would get more and more of people that wouldn't take it. They would refuse to take it. And we had some people that it didn't bother me at first, but I guess I'd say in a lot of ways the householder could plant a seed in a witness mind, if if there are, not all of them are super closed-minded witnesses when they're out, but some of them would be like, why do you only celebrate Jesus' death? Don't you celebrate his resurrection? Like, what's up with that? And after several years, I would think at home, like, yeah, hey, you're right. That's kind of messed up. You know, that gets into the point why I decided to title this video Jehovah's Witnesses Messed Up Memorial. That's the first point I wanted to bring out, that they focus so much on Jesus' death. And the sacrifice he made. Well, okay, so yes, that is important to a Jehovah's Witness, yes. In their beliefs, that is a central theme. They do believe in Jesus, but what's more important to focus on, which they put some emphasis on it, but during the memorial season, no, it's that he was raised up. What he did for us is far more important. His resurrection back to heaven. I think it's kind of that same idea, like I used to say, don't focus so much on Jesus' birth as a baby at Christmas time. It's his lifetime. Like, don't focus just on his life and death. You gotta focus on his whole life and what he did for mankind. And just, yeah, that's messed up. Just the fact that he died. Some of the presentations that a witness would use were, hi, we're handing out invitations to the memorial of Jesus' death, the celebration. Here's your invitation to attend. And it's like, yeah. And the other point I wanted to bring out, you know what, it's no surprise. Most years we handed out invitations, and when the big day finally came, or big evening I should say, it would usually just be, it would usually just be mainly the witnesses there. I used to, I was never too surprised by that. No, the fact that it would, wherever the Kingdom Hall or whatever place we had gathered at to hold it, we would always just be mainly witnesses, maybe a family member. Some might have talked into coming, or it would be studies, Bible studies, and sometimes return visits. Some would even do, return visits that they used to, like if they had been calling on a return visit for a long time, you might see them there. But, and you know what, for what it's worth now, looking back, I'm kind of happy that that a lot of random people from the public never came. Nobody. Maybe in other parts of the world, but at least all the memorials that I went to, it was usually, most of the time, no, just us, like somebody random, member of the public, which is what all the invitations were for. No, it was usually nobody. And you know what, I'd say it's kind of better that way. It was in the sense of, can you just imagine a member of the public coming to attend our memorial, and let's say they had never been to a memorial, so they get our invitation in the mailbox and say, you know what, I think I'll attend that, okay, and they show up. Imagine the look on their face when they see the majority of the witnesses there, like 99%, how would you dare 99.9% of not eating the bread and not drinking the wine, and suddenly they'd be all puzzled and confused, like, what, huh, what's up with that? How come you guys aren't? And they might get a witness that might try to explain why they don't, but you know, like it just sounds messed up. And some of the more biblically educated people might know that, think in their head too, you're taking the 144,000 thing out of context. You got that wrong. And so I would imagine there might be some places where they've walked out on, they might have just gotten out and walked out. A random member of the public for when as soon as they saw that, and then just like yeah, it's almost like a thing for the witnesses that I think it's almost better that nobody shows up except witnesses. And then just the other point I think I wanted to bring out just about the memorials is that it's essentially a waste of time, even for the witnesses. Because by not eating the bread and the wine, you are essentially like rejecting the sacrifice that Jesus made, like, and refusing to accept him as your, and it just plays into the point too that it's a works-based religion. It's definitely not based on faith. They definitely emphasize your works definitely far more than faith. So, and just, yeah, it's a waste of time for them to go to their memorials. But, wow. And they think they got the right religion. They think they got it right, only they know best, or can have gotten the Bible correctly. And just how messed up it really all is. Wow. You know, just Jesus say, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the light. You know, it's only through him that we can gain our salvation. It's not through men. Like, wow. Anyways, those are the main points I wanted to bring out today. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. And I definitely have more videos coming, as always. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.